in this particular society who wants to see us exactly where we are. We cannot let that point elude us. These are the facts. How do we know? 1967, Kerner Commission report on urban disorder. When black people said, yo, we're tired of this system, we said, yo, we had enough. What motivated them was a high self-esteem and an enhanced racial pride.
This is a public announcement and open letter to who the fuck it may concern. It could be you or your boys or either some psychotic feminist bitches in front of the Vatican's fences, stripping, fucking themselves with crucifixes. Sickness is apparently now the way of the world. Alistair Coley's ghost beat, mostly y'all kill, do as thou will. This shall be the whole of the law. Chill, pop a few pills, so quitting pops, and rape a few bras. Hey, I'm just saying, through the K, incorporate control, making the prophecy unfold. As told, all the glitter that ain't gold has been sold in bulk. A few souls it costs, the new slaves are boss. It seems all for naught, for Jesus to walk with me. But that much you go to Beyonce, they go from church to church. Men making hoes of earth, you can sell your soul and flesh. So long as you do it fresh. Just forget it, these niggas don't get it. MC trouble me, and he spit it, gon' get it. Oh, you niggas gon' see, I got the gift, I'm gon' give it. I'm a G.O.D. Oh shit, they done get it. Might as well just forget it. These niggas don't get it. MC trouble me, and he spit it, gon' get it. Oh, you niggas gon' see, I got the gift, I'm gon' give it. I'm a G.O.D. Oh shit, they done get it.
Peace. This is the enemy's public, and I am Bro.Nasir. The government told us that we were in a pandemic. We should practice social distancing. We should stockpile on food and condiments and hygienical items. We should just take everything off Walmart's shelves. We should stay home for 2 weeks or whenever they tell us we can come back outside. We can't gather as a family or as friends, and if we do, we're violated. Now, Captain Brett Crozier, commanding officer of the USS Roosevelt, an aircraft with a crew of nearly 5,000 people, was relieved of his duties because he wrote a letter stating that people are infected with the coronavirus on his ship. Now, again, it's nearly 5,000 people on the carrier. He will be relieved of his duties and his command, but keep his rank and remain in the Navy. The official reason for Captain Crozier relief of duties is loss of trust and confidence, according to news sources. Many of the soldiers above the ship ended up testing positive for COVID-19. The ship pulled over into port in Guam. This was last week, days after multiple crew members tested positive for the virus. But last Wednesday, there was 93 positive test results, and more than 1,000 people were taken off the boat and put into isolation in Guam. Now, this is a captain who cares about his personnel. So he took the initiative as a leader and he looked out for his people. After he sent letters to his command and his officials telling them what's going on the carrier. The letter was ignored. He didn't only send it to one person. He sent the letter to several people and they didn't get back to him. So, mind you, meanwhile, people are becoming ill and people are having symptoms of COVID-19. So, this people who are on the ship are depending on this man who was promoted to the rank of captain, meaning he's qualified if he was promoted. So he took the initiative and he isolated 1,000 people. After learning that 93 people was infected with COVID-19. Now, Captain Crozier wrote a letter to his command that ended up on the news, leaked to the press, and apparently blew the whistle and upset some of the people who either carried Trump's briefcase and Trump himself. Now, why would Donald Trump feel it was necessary to fire a man who more than likely saved lives? Because you have 5,000 people on a ship in close proximity, and everybody would have ended up being affected of the coronavirus. It would have been one big death ship sailing towards Guam. Now, the soldiers didn't feel that Captain Crozier violated their trust and their confidence. The soldiers don't feel this because they cheered him as he walked off the ship and he was relieved of his duties and his post, and the next captain took the post. They cheered him. Now, confidence. Let's look at that word confidence. It's almost the same word as confidential. Confidential is sort of secretive. I'm confident you won't tell. Now, Donald Trump probably used that word lack of trust, violation of trust, because he don't want people who he can't trust. And when I say he don't want people he can't trust, he don't want people that if they see him doing something dirty, which he has been doing during the election and while he was in office, this is the most unstable cabinet of the President of the United States I have seen in all of my life, and I'm 50 plus. It's a revolving door. People walking in and out. Anybody who would stand up to him, anybody who say that they're not going to lie for him, he fired. If you would not keep his secret, meaning that he is confident that you are going to spill out some of the dirt that you see him do, you are good as gone. It's a shame that people who are on the borders, soldiers, are not being cared for. It's a shame that Donald Trump, as patriotic as he say he is, and he's willing to use this military to go and do harm to other people, but he will not take care of him, or he would not provide medical care, or he don't care whether or not they are infected and sick and die from the coronavirus. What the captain did was noble. He looked out for his soldiers. If I'm on the command with 5,000 people, or I'm in the command of a ship that has 5,000 people on it, that's my ship. One life will be too much. Now, mind you, I'm no patriot. Don't get that twisted. It's just the principle of the matter. Why would Donald Trump fire a man who potentially, more than likely, saved lives. Now, when people say things in advance of what's going to happen, especially in the news, especially in government, my sentiment is that they're planning it. When they can get on the news and say, oh, about this people may die or this people's going to die, to me, it's like they're planning it. Now, FEMA requested 100,000 body bags. I guess to go with the FEMA coffins that they have in Georgia and all over the United States, those little totes look cheap looking. They look like totes, but they're FEMA coffins. To me, it's the committing of mass murder. I see this a mile away. Now, a nurse stated that they were putting people in medically induced comas. Can you imagine? You go to the hospital, you're ill, they diagnose you with coronavirus or wherever it is. They tell you hey, you have coronavirus. Meanwhile, your family is not allowed to come see you. They're quarantined at home. They're at home. They can't even come outside. They can't come to the hospital to see you. Then they put you in a medically induced coma. So you don't know what they're doing to you and your family don't either. No. If I were to become ill, I'm dying home. There's no way in hell. I would have to be shot in my chest to go in the hospital or shot in my head to go to a hospital today. Because I don't even know if they're diagnosing the people properly. Again, Bro.Nasir is a skeptic and don't trust nobody, especially the government. And people will become sheep. They will allow themselves to be sheep. And people will sell out. They pay you a few $100,000 to say that this is going on. People who don't got no money will do it. And not only that, people participate in these things not knowing that they're participating in these things. So, no, I'm going to always be thinking. You are betrayed when you don't think of the possibility of being betrayed. Then you're betrayed. No. This will be the first time that they're telling us the truth, if this is the truth, their narrative. But I don't believe it. If people are dying, my condolences to their families. Yet, I don't trust the people that's handling the people that's dying. I don't trust them because I believe that they're murdering some people. Now, if love can spread like that, this world will be okay. Pass some bullshit around, but we cannot pass no love around. If love can spread like they say the coronavirus, COVID-19 is spreading, we'll be okay. Lies, deceit, false narratives spread like wildfire. But love don't spread at all. This is the Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.